you ready for the conclusion of the great O-ring debacle? Or at least I should say what I hope is the conclusion. So I uploaded my last video in the middle of the night, and my parts guy Greg obviously got it in the morning, sent him a link to it, and he must have emailed Audio-Technica right away, because by noon that day, Audio-Technica had found the issue, which was a mislabeled parts bin, is my understanding. And they sent him an email saying they would send me some O-rings direct to me, not through them. So they sent it out FedEx. You know, the crazy thing is, the company that is the winner in all this really is FedEx, because, I mean, we're talking about an O-ring that probably has a cost of like 10 cents, maybe a nickel. And, I mean, they did send it Express Saver, but still, this has got to be probably like $10 to ship me this, if not more. They are in Ohio, so they're pretty close. Stowe, Ohio. Audio-Technica. I did not realize they were so close. I am in North Dakota. They probably could have just shipped it regular mail, but I'm sure they wanted to track it, because they were probably like, holy moly, we angered the sound tech. We better get this fixed right away. All right. Well, this is not a bill, so that's good. They shipped them to me for free. So I will say, shout out to Audio-Technica. I mean, once they saw my video and saw there was an issue, I mean, they fixed it within just a couple hours. But did they send me the right O-rings? I will say these do look smaller. These do look a heck of a lot smaller. I mean, without even comparing them to the other ones. And they did send me, how many did they send me? 4, so it matches my initial order of 4 O-rings. I suppose they saw my initial order of 4 O-rings. So they've sent me like 12 O-rings now. So I've got O-rings for days. And I also think this saga has been going on for about 6 months. I mean, it was at least 6 months since I broke the O-ring. I can't say when exactly I ordered replacement O-rings. It probably wasn't right away. But this can't be something that fails regularly if nobody else has ran into this ordering replacement O-rings. So let's see. I mean, it goes on like the working one. It feels thinner. Feels new. Oh, look at that. I mean, it is fitting in that groove pretty nice. But the true test, will the cap go on? Oh, look at that. Oh, you know, it just feels good. You know, not like that O-ring did a whole heck of a lot. There was no like metal jiggling against the plastic or anything crazy like that. In an indoor venue, it probably never would have mattered. I assume it's for dust. Possible maybe metal jiggling, I'm not quite sure, but I would assume mostly for dust getting up inside the handheld. And I don't really intend to use these for bands or anything outdoors. They're mostly just going to be used for corporate audio production. But it just feels good to have it back to normal, knowing all my microphones are in perfect condition like the day that I got them. And I've got like 10 of these, 10 sets of these. 10 wireless sets, I think 6 handhelds, 6 lavs, and then 2 headsets that I can switch out. And I will say, you know, I definitely recommend these. The only question I would say you would have in buying this is, do I need an easily accessible switch on or switch off? You know, in the corporate, well, actually, you know, when you're doing bands, you really don't want them to have a switch. You know, I've said this before. I was doing sound for Dokken, and I didn't disable the switch on my Sennheisers, and he went and put it back in the mic stand, buttoned down, shut the mic off on himself, and we had to run him out a corded mic because I didn't realize what had went wrong at the time. So there's downsides to having a button on the front. You know, bands, even corporate stuff, it's tough having a switch because people fiddle with it. they don't realize it's off, or somebody will flip it off and hand it to somebody else, and then they won't know to flip it on. So a lot of times those switches get disabled anyways. And I actually don't even have the bottom switch on, or no, I do. I have it. I have this one set to a delayed, to where you got to hold it for like 2 or 3 seconds before it'll turn on, 2 or 3 seconds before it'll turn off. You can switch it to where it's just click on, click off, but I like the delay because sometimes I'll just tap the button so I can see, so the display will light up and tell me which mic number it is. But you know, I go back and forth, but you know, because then in the DJ realm, when I'm using it and DJing, I would rather just have a switch that I can just flip the switch and start talking. So I almost wish, if Audio-Technica watches this video, I almost wish they would come out with a version of this that does have an on-off switch, although I don't really know where they would put it. That could be the tough part. That is the tricky part. I don't know where you'd put it. But if they had a version with a switch, I'd probably buy 2 extra handhelds that just have switches for situations where a switch might be handy. And then the other 90% of the time I would use it without a switch. But anyways, that is just a quick little update to the great O-ring debacle. It is now solved. I will have to say thank you, Greg, for sending my video to Audio-Technica, and thank you, Audio-Technica, for shipping me some O-rings, shipping me the right ones, solving the problem for anybody in the future that might have a broken O-ring. And even though it's been a long time coming getting this fixed, it was a very fast resolution once the issue got, once we figured out what the issue was. So anyways, I know in the last video I had said a Yamaha was in a box. It's no longer in a box. I have made the video, I just gotta edit it, so that'll be coming this week. Other than that, until next time, have a good day.